I'll do the Gita Mahatmya shlokas. गीतशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं या पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णुपदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जिता गीतध्यायनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतानि च मलिने मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीतामृतस्नानं संसारमलनाशनं गीतसुगीतकर्तव्य किम् अन्यै शास्त्रविस्तरे यस्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्मविनिश्रित भरतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णुवक्त्राद्विनिश्रितं गीतगङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्मापि एकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Mataji, I can share. So Hare Krishna to everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. Uh, Thank you so much, Sachi Mataji and Ramakrishna Prabhu, for providing me this opportunity to speak on chapter 5. Without, if you wouldn't have given the seva, then I wouldn't have actually studied or read the chapter properly. So thank you so much. Please bless me so that I can uh, deliver what I want to tell properly to everyone. Yeah, so with this, I'll start. So today I'm going to present chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita, which is Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. So let us see what happened in the previous chapter. What did we learn yesterday? So yesterday, Lord Krishna explains how to attain. One second. Yesterday, we learned about jnana, how to attain transcendental knowledge. And towards the end, the Lord also talks about renunciation in work. And then he talks about, then he tells Arjuna to rise up and fight towards the end. So today, we are going to talk about Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. Chapter 5 consists of 29 shlokas, and in this chapter, the Lord talks about how Karma Yoga how it is better than taking up renunciation, and he also talks about the characteristics of a devotee who is performing Karma Yoga. This chapter it can be divided into four sections. So the first shloka is itself Arjuna asking Krishna a question. He's asking Arjuna is asking Krishna which is better of the both, Karma Yoga or Sannyas. The reason he's asking this question is because in the fourth chapter, in the starting he talks about jnana, but in the 41st shloka of the fourth chapter, he tells Arjuna to take renunciation in work. And then after that again tells Krishna again tells Arjuna to fight. So Arjuna, both work and renunciation seem to be two different things, but basically what Krishna is trying to tell is to renunciate the fruits of the activities which are doing. So Arjuna thinks that work and renunciation are two different things. So that's why he asks Krishna again, what should I do? Should I do renunciation in work or should I perform karma yoga? So that is the first sloka. That is, and then the second section from verses 2 to 6, Krishna tells that karma yoga is equal to, but it is better than sannyas. It is easier than taking sannyas. Then from the verses 7 to 16, the Lord tells how performing Nishkama Karma Yoga frees one from this material entanglement. And the last section, he talks about liberation by focusing on the Supreme. That is how the chapter is divided. So we learn the chapter section by section. This is Arjuna's question. This is the first shloka of the chapter. If anyone would like to read, please unmute. You can unmute your mic. Yes, yes, also.
Hare Krishna. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam cha samshasi yatshreyaetayorekam tanme bruhi sunishchitam.
Yeah, so as I told before, Arjuna is confused because in the previous chapter he did not understand what Krishna was exactly trying to say. So that's why he's asking Krishna again, should I renunciate everything? Should I leave everything, or should I perform work in devotion? Which of the two is better? Which of the two is beneficial? That is what Arjuna is asking. So immediately Krishna answers in the second verse, that is section 2. In the second word, the Lord tells that both of them, both karma yoga and sannyas, they lead to liberation. The aim is same, but karma yoga is better. It is preferable at that point of time. The Lord says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sanyasah Karma Yogascha Nishreyasya Karau Ubhau Tayostu Karma Sanyasat Karma Yogo Vishishyate. Translation: The personality of Godhead replied, the renunciation of work and work in devotion both are good for liberation, but of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. So the Lord is saying that both karma yoga and sannyas, both of them lead to liberation. Both of them are good, but performing karma yoga is better than taking sannyas. So let's see why karma yoga is better than taking sannyas. Taking sannyas is not very practical in this material age. First of all, because there are many prerequisites. You should have a steady mind. Your heart should be purified. Then only you can perform it properly. If there is any small attachment, material attachment you have, then you'll again fall into the into material entanglement. So taking up sannyas, it's not a very practical. It's not very easy to take up sannyas and renounce everything. I have heard this story in one Prabhu's lecture. He's just he this that story is trying to explain how taking up sannyas like how one small material and attachment if you have, then how one will fall again back to the back to this material world. So the story is like there's this Brahmana. He leaves everything. He renunciates everything and he leaves the house only with two pieces of cloth. What happened was since what happened was there used to be rats. The rats used to chip off his clothing. So he thought, okay, fine, let me get a cat which will eat up the rats, and then I won't then I won't do any actions, nothing will disturb me. Then he gets a cat. So the plan was the cat will eat the rat, and then he won't need to do anything, he won't have to perform any work. But the cat also wanted milk. Only eating rats wasn't sufficient for the cat. So then again, now where will he get milk? He was thinking. Then he thought, okay, fine, I'll get a cow. Then again he got a cow. So the cow would provide him milk, and the cat used to drink the milk, and then it used to eat the rats. His purpose is fulfilled. But now someone has to take care of the cow. It has to provide it grass. It has to milk. Someone has to milk the cow. So then he decides, okay, fine, let me get married. So a person who left his home with two pieces of clothing, he's full, he's married, he has a full family. So taking up sannyas and without proper knowledge, without proper understanding is not very easy. Srila Rupa Goswami also says that renunciation without proper knowledge, it is not very preferable. It is incomplete renunciation, Falgu Vairagya. People without proper knowledge, they renunciate everything, but then again, because of some small material attachments, they again fall into this cycle of birth and death. But if you are performing your duties with the proper knowledge, if you know that the Lord is the proprietor of everything, if He's the controller of everything, and if you're performing your prescribed duties, which is then it is complete renunciation. It is way better than Falgu Vairagya, which is incomplete renunciation. So the Lord he instructs Arjuna to uh, work in devotion. Then from slokas 3 to 4, the Lord says how karma yoga, how even a karma yogi can become a true sannyasi. One need not need to take sannyas. Even a karma yogi can be a true sannyasi. That is what the Lord explains from verses 3 to 4. So, a karma yogi, he has perfect knowledge. First of all, he knows that the Lord is the controller of everything, and that he is the eternal servant of the Lord. Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. He knows this. He is fully convinced that he is the eternal servant of the Lord. So when he has this perfect transcendental knowledge, when he's convinced that when he is confident about this, that he is the eternal servant of the Lord, then he does work to fulfill the Lord, and he's happy because the soul within him is there. So he's happy, he's transcendently happy. Then he doesn't have any desire for the fruits of his activities. He does not lament for the fruits. Then he does everything for the Lord. He has no doubts, he has no dualities. And then because performing everything for the Lord, he easily overcomes bondage, and he gets liberated. That is how even a karma yogi is a true sannyasi. Basically, who is a sannyasi? Sannyasi is a person who is detached from the fruits of his work. He does not desire any fruits, and he has no dualities. So now even that is what is happening in a karma yogi. He is detached from the fruits of his work. He has no desire for the fruits. So we can see that even a karma yogi is a true sannyasi. So, in this section, what all we have seen is the Lord tells Arjuna, he answers Arjuna's question. He says that Karma Yoga is better than taking sannyas, and how he also says that how Karma Yoga and sannyasa are same, because both of them lead to the aim of both the paths is is liberation and reaching back home, back to Godhead. And then towards the end, he also says that mere renunciation is difficult and it is not very practical. That is what we have seen in this section. Now, now we know that we are supposed to perform karma yoga. So in the third section, the Lord says how performing karma yoga frees one from this material bondage. He also talks about the characteristics of a devotee who's performing Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yogi is a person who works in full devotion. He is in full knowledge about the Supreme Lord. So the Lord talks about this devotee's characteristics. How is he? Let's see what the Lord says. Does anyone like to read?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा कुर्वन् अपि न लिप्यते.
You can read the translation also.
Translation: one who works in devotion, who is a pure soul, and who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man is never entangled.
Yeah, so the Lord is saying, he's talking about the characteristics of a Yoga Yukta. Yoga Yukta is a devotee who is taking up the practice of Nishkama Karma Yoga, who is performing Nishkama Karma Yoga. So the Lord says that he is dear to everyone. How is he dear to everyone? So if we see he does not see the Lord and the jivas as separate, just as how the root of a tree and its branches are a part of a tree. He does not see the devotees and the Lord as separate. So he knows that if he is performing devotional service, then even the devotees of the Lord will be happy. So everyone is dear to him, and he is also dear to everyone. He knows that Lord Krishna is present in everyone's heart, and that Krishna is the friend of all. So he is and so everyone is dear to him. He knows very well that by performing devotional service, everyone will be happy with him. So let's see how how he is not entangled. So when everyone is dear to him and he is dear to everyone, then everyone is automatically they're satisfied by his work. And then his consciousness is pure. And when his consciousness is pure, his mind is fixed on the Lord. He doesn't want to do anything other than taking up the Lord's service. He doesn't want to involve in anything which does not involve the Lord. So his mind is fixed in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whatever he's doing is for the satisfaction of the Lord. And the Lord is always there in his consciousness. He's always thinking about the Lord with whatever he's doing. So he's not entangled. Therefore, he's not entangled. That's the first characteristics of a Yoga Yukta. Now let us see an example of a devotee who was detached from the fruits of his work and who never got entangled to material things. So Purandar Das was a diamond merchant. He was a very stingy diamond merchant. He was very money minded. But later, the Lord entered his life and he became a devotee of the Lord. And then both he and his wife, they left to Tirupati, and then they accepted Vyasatirtha as their disciple. Even during that time, the ruler in that area was Krishnadeva Raya, and even Krishnadeva Raya was a disciple of Vyasatirtha. So when Krishnadeva Raya he saw Purandar Das, he said, "Oh my, when did he become a devotee? He is a very money-minded person. I know him. He takes money for the milk he offers in his house as hospitality. Whenever someone comes to his house, he offers them something, but he also takes money for that. So he's a very money-minded person. He says that I know about him. Let's test him if he actually is the devotee of the Lord." So then, when Purandar Das and his wife came to Krishnadeva Raya for begging alms, um, uh, the Krishnadeva Raya, as I told, he wanted to test Purandar Das. So he put some diamonds in Krishnadeva Raya's sack to see if he's still attached to all those things or not. And then the next day, Krishnadeva Raya and Vyasa Tirtha, they go to Purandar Das's house to see what is happening, to see what is the situation. Then his wife, Purandar Das' wife, she offers them a seat. She tells them to sit, and then she tells about what they do daily, that how they beg alms and stuff. And then after that, she also says that some fellow yesterday, some sinful person, yesterday he put pebbles in Purandar's sack. So we can see that such a great devotee, he's not attached to the diamonds or anything. He sees the pebbles and diamonds as equal. So we see that he's renounced. They only Nishkama Karma yogis, they only use these things if they're for the service of the Lord, but they are very renounced. He sees both pebbles and diamonds as same. So she says that we threw the pebbles in the outside yesterday. So then um, our Krishna Deva Raya and Vyasatirtha, they praise Purandar Das and his wife for their great devotion and detachment from all these things. So, in the next part of the Bhagavad Gita, the slokas, the Lord talks about the more characteristics about a Yoga Yukta. In 5.7, as we said, he's not entangled and he's dear to everyone. He is a doer, yet the non-doer, because he knows that all his material senses, they are all his materials. He's doing this work, and it's on a material platform. He knows that his soul is aloof from all of this. So he's a doer, yet the non-doer, and he works for the supreme with detachment. He's not attached to the fruits of his activities. And one may ask, like, it's a very common question, if a yoga yukta knows that everything is material and if he's detached from everything, then why is he still performing work? Why is he still doing everything? So what do all of you think? Why is he doing work? If he knows that he's detached from everything, and if he knows that the Lord is the cause of all causes and the Lord is the controller of everything, then why is he doing this? Why is he doing work? Does anyone like to say? It's fine if it's wrong or correct, because even I am learning. So it is okay. What do you think? Why is it why is he performing work?
Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Yeah, Srinivas Prabhu. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Because he thinks he is doing for the happiness of the Lord.
Yes. Yes. Sachimati, you wanted to say something.
For his purification, basically.
Yes, yes. So he knows that everything is material. He knows that the Lord is controller of everything, but he's doing work for his own purification. That is what the Lord says in text 5.11. And then in 5.12, he talks about how one attains peace, how a karma yogi, nishkama karma yogi, attains peace. So if we see, let's see the difference between a karmi and a nishkama karma yogi. So a karmi is a person who's doing work for satisfying his own senses. He is doing his work to satisfy for sense enjoyment. But a karma yogi is a devotee who's doing his prescribed duties for the satisfaction of the Lord. He's detached from the fruits. So if we see, the work is same. Both the karma yoga, both karmi and karma yogi, they're doing the same thing, but their consciousness is what is different. That is why a karma yogi, he's entangled in this world because he's attached to his action, the fruits of his action. He wants uh, material sense enjoyment, but a karma yogi is detached. So and he is always in consciousness of the Lord. So it is not the work that matters, it is the consciousness with which we are doing. So that is how a karma yogi, he attains peace. He is not entangled in this material world because his consciousness is always fixed on the Lord. He always thinks about the Lord. So a karma yogi, in such a way, he attains peace. And we can see that a karma yogi, he is unaffected by any sinful reaction, just like how the leaves of a lotus flower repels water. The water doesn't, it's untouched by it. Water is not able to touch the leaf. So similarly, even a karma yogi, a yoga yukta, he is unaffected by any sinful reactions because of his consciousness, because he's always thinking about the Lord, and whatever he does is for the satisfaction of the Lord. Because he's worshipping the Lord. So he is unaffected by any sinful reactions. Um, then the Lord talks about the three doers of action. Till now we saw about actions. Till now we saw about karma yoga. Now a devotee, a yoga yukta, he knows about his position. He knows about the three doers. So there are three doers which we are supposed to know. It is very important. That is the soul, the jivatma. His duty is always to desire. His desires are influenced because of the material nature and his consciousness. The jivatma desires, and the super soul, he sanctions. The Lord sanctions. His work is to sanction, and the material nature performs. When the Lord sanctions, then the material nature fulfills the soul's desire. That is how it works. Um, yeah, that is we are supposed to understand that. Many people may ask that if the Lord is the supreme controller of everything, the Lord is controlling material nature, then why are good things and bad things happening? What is the reason for that? What do you all think? If the Lord is controlling the material nature, if Lord is controlling everything, then why are good things and bad things happening? Yes, Tulsi.
There are three doers, no? So the soul, or whatever is his karma, whatever is his past activities, as a result for that, he may suffer or he may get happiness.
Yeah. Yeah. Keshavi Mataji, you raised your hand.
Hare Krishna, beta.
Yes.
See, the soul has an independent will. It has a desire to perform. The material nature just supports it, and the Lord sanctions it. So that is how the good and bad is always. It's in the hand of the free will of the soul. Actually,
Yes,
the
Mataji.
super soul sanctions it as per the wish. it just sanctions it. The one who surrenders it would not have the consequence of the bad consequence, because the Lord takes care of personally. But the one who is still whimsically goes behind sense gratification, he will have to face the bad consequences.
Yes, Mataji. Naresh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Lord sanction based on our qualification, like where I'm eligible or not. So based on the previous karma, that will be sanctioned, and the nature will be organized. Hare Krishna.
So as Tulsi and Keshavi Mataji said, it is our free will to desire. The Lord does not influence our will to desire. He does not have any he does not influence it. The soul desires, the Lord only sanctions it, and the material nature performs it. So the Lord sanctions it as per our qualification. But because of ignorance, one may think that the Lord is influencing everything. The Lord is uh, causing bad and good to happen to me. But that is because of ignorance. But when one gets to know, one gets the knowledge, he knows that the Lord about this, about the three doers and how the Lord sanctions it, then one's ignorance is gone. This knowledge enlightens a person, and it leads to his surrenderment to the Lord. And just as how sun rays, how it removes darkness, similarly this knowledge, it enlightens one, and it to the end, a soul, a jiva, he surrenders unto the Lord. The next part, we see the difference between the soul and super soul. Both the soul and super soul, both of them are eternal and blissful, but the soul is under the three modes of Maya. He's covered by Maya, under the three modes of material nature. He's covered by Maya, but the Lord is above all the modes. This soul only has knowledge about his body, but the Lord knows about everyone. The soul is Anu, atomic, and the super soul is Vibhu, omniscient. And as we discussed before, the soul has the complete will to desire, but he is dependent on the Lord to fulfill their desires. But the Lord is completely independent. So till now, let's just see what we have studied. Let's just like get a flow. Section 1, Arjuna asks Krishna his doubt, should I take sannyas or should I perform work in devotion? And in section 2, the Lord tells Arjuna to perform karma yoga. He says that both karma yoga and sannyas are equal, but karma yoga is better than taking sannyas. Then he talks about the characteristics of a yoga yukta, a person who is performing karma yoga. He says that he is not entangled, and he has knowledge about the three doers. And then we till here we know what is happening, and then now let us see a practical application. So we have seen that a yoga yukta is detached from all material events. He's not attached to his work, nor he's attached to the fruits of his work. And when he is detached from all of this, he surrenders unto the Lord ultimately, and this leads to his liberation. This is the practical application. Now we will move to the section 4, which is liberation by focusing on the super soul. So till now we have seen the characteristics of a devotee who is performing karma yoga, and how knowledge enlightens us and how it leads to surrendering to the Lord. In this section, we'll see the characteristics of a liberated soul who knows that the Lord is the supreme. Let us see what Krishna says. Bhagavad Gita 5.18. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Suni Chaiva Swapake Cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. So in this verse, the Lord is saying that a self-realized soul, he sees everyone equally. He says it's equal vision, because he knows that Paramatma is residing in everyone's heart. He does not look into the material bodily platform. he is his thinking is transcendental. He only sees every jiva because equally, because the Lord is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart. So even he sees the dog eater, he sees a Chandala, a Brahmana, cow, everyone equally. And then in the next verses, the Lord also talks more about the different characteristics of a self-realized soul. The Lord says he doesn't rejoice something pleasant. He doesn't lament for something unpleasant. His mind is fixed intelligent. Fixed intelligence. He knows that the Lord is the proprietor and controller of everything, and he knows his own transcendental position also. And when he has this knowledge, this transcendental knowledge, this truth, then he doesn't have ignorance and he's unbewildered. He knows the signs of God, and then he's situated in transcendence. And when he knows that the Lord is supreme, he is not attracted to any material pleasure, because he knows that the Lord is controlling the material nature, and he does not, and that a jiva does not control anything. And then when he is convinced with this, he is eternally happy. He's happy within himself. So these are some qualities of the uh, self-realized soul. Then the Lord says how a self-realized soul is not attached to material sense enjoyment. Because in the starting, Arjuna also says that if I kill my what do you say? If I kill my relatives, then how will I won't be able to enjoy. So over here, the Lord says that sense enjoyment is very temporary, and a self-realized soul, he doesn't want temporary. He doesn't want temporary enjoyment. He wants permanent, transcendental enjoyment. So let's see what Lord says in the shloka. Bhagavad Gita 5.22. ये हि संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः. Translation: An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery, which are due to contact with material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end. So a wise man does not delight in them. So the Lord is saying that such material pleasures are very temporary, and a self-realized soul will only want transcendental permanent happiness, and one gets that when he's performing service to the Lord, because one's eternal duty is to serve the Lord. So one gets satisfaction from inside if he's what do you say, if he's worshipping the Lord and if he's serving the Lord. uh, then but Krishna says that one doesn't we don't need we should not be attached to material sense enjoyment, but it is very hard to control our urges. We see one ice cream, our mouth starts watering. That is how hard it is for us to control anything. So the Lord says that we are supposed to tolerate all these agitations. And when is one supposed to tolerate, how can one tolerate this? One can tolerate all these urges when he's happy within himself. When how will one be happy? One will be happy if he's serving the Lord with genuine mind and with genuine love. One will be happy if he's uh, serving and worshipping the Lord. Then in 5.25, the Lord talks about sadhana for liberation. What is that? Let us see what is that. So he says that for liberation, one must not have any he should be free from sins. He should not have any doubts. His mind should always be engaged within, and he should work for everyone around him. He should work for everyone's welfare. But this is not very easy. It's not very easy. So the Lord says, how can one attain liberation soon? One can attain liberation soon by sincerely working for the Lord, with a sincere heart, with sincere love. If one works for the Lord, then one can attain liberation very fastly. Then from verses 27 to 28, he talks about liberation through Ashtanga Yoga. That is basically the introduction to the next chapter. The next chapter, chapter 6. Tomorrow, Devyani will tell us how to attain liberation through Ashtanga Yoga. And towards the ending, 5.29, very important. The Lord tells us about the peace formula, which is very important. One second. So, how do we attain peace? Because Krishna said peace formula, right? So, how do we attain peace? This is the last sloka. So, the Lord says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gnatva mam shantim richati. Translation: a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material nature. So why over here in this material world, no one is peaceful? Why are we not peaceful? It is because we are fearful. We are scared what will happen in the future. What is going to happen? Because we are thinking on the material bodily platform. So we are not peaceful. But when one gets to know that the Lord is the supreme controller of everything, the Lord is the controller of material nature, and that he is our supreme well-wisher, then one is not fearful because he knows that the Lord will take care of everything. So this is the ultimate peace formula, knowing that the Lord is our well-wisher, then that the Lord is the supreme controller of everything. So now let us see the takeaway lessons from this chapter. So in this chapter, the Lord talks about how we are supposed to see everyone equally with the right vision and know that Krishna is the supreme controller, and one should know how to act for his purification by with his vision and not be attached to the material results by knowing the transcendental knowledge. So one should work in devotion and act for his own purification. As we said, that Yoga Yukta knows uh, that the Lord is the supreme and that everything is material, but he still works for his own purification. And the peace formula is surrendering to the Lord and knowing that the Lord is the well-wisher and the supreme controller of everything. I missed this story. Like we might think, how can we perform our daily activities by keeping Krishna in our mind? Because it is the people are confused, right? We are material, we are jivas, we are in full ignorance. So we keep getting doubts. So the one story is about Janak Maharaj. He's a very very sincere devotee of the Lord. So and he used to perform all his duties, kshatriya duties, and also always keep Krishna in his mind consciousness. So many brahmanas and sadhus, they used to be astonished, how is he doing both simultaneously? So Janak Maharaj, he tells them that you come tomorrow and I will tell you how I'm able to do it. Then this brahmanas come the next day, and Janak Maharaj, he offers them hospitality, and he offers them lunch. So the seating was made in such a way that they are all sitting in a row, and on top of them swords are hanging to the wall. The swords are like literally hanging onto the wall. So the brahmanas are scared. They are like, how are you sure it won't fall down? Then Janak Maharaj, he says that it's okay, it won't fall. It's fine. You please take your prasad. It's just a part of the decoration. You just please accept prasad. Then the brahmanas, they take the prasad. It was a very fast lunch. Everyone finished fast. And then they got up, and Janak Maharaj asked them, are you all satisfied? Have you eaten properly? Is everything digested? And the Brahmana says, yes, 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 we are fine. Then Janak Maharaj says that he was asking the Brahmanas, what was going in your mind the full time when you were eating prasad? The sadhu said that we were just scared if the swords will fall down. So we finished eating up fast and we got up, because the only thing that was going in our head was, what if those swords fall down? So this is how we are supposed to always keep Krishna in our consciousness simultaneously by doing our work and also keep the Lord in our mind. That is how we can perform a Nishkama Karma Yoga, work in devotion of the Lord. So I just want to summarize this whole chapter with an acronym. It is STEP. S is for stay in the world. T is for three doers, E is for equal vision, and P is for peace. So stay in the world, as the Lord said that you don't need to renounce everything. You can still stay in the world. You can perform work in devotion. That is S. Then the Lord talks about the three doers, the super soul, the jiva, and material nature, and how the Lord controls the material nature and sanctions a jiva's desire. Then the Lord also talks about the characteristics of a liberated soul and how he sees every material living entity with equal vision. How he knows that Paramatma is residing in everyone's heart. So he sees everyone with equal vision. And in the final shloka, the Lord tells us how to attain peace. How do we attain peace? By having the proper knowledge that the Lord is our supreme well-wisher, our and the supreme controller and proprietor. That is the peace formula that we have discussed. So yes, I would like to conclude by saying Hare Krishna. If I made any mistakes and if you want to tell any corrections, please tell me so that I will be able to work upon it and yeah, and improve. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Radhitha. Thanks for the wonderful session.
Mataji, I have a quiz also.
Yes. Before the quiz, let us, first and foremost thing, I would like to thank Radhitha. Thanks for the wonderful session. Very nicely taken through all the important points, and most importantly, at the end, the recap with a simple acronym to understand the gist of the entire chapter. That was very, very nice. And just to give an introduction, Radhitha is the dear daughter of His Grace Raghunandana Gaurangadas and Her Grace Ushati Sita Devi Dasi Mata. And Radhitha has just completed her grade 12 and she's got her admission in engineering in Chennai, and she'll be starting off her college in the early or mid August, right? Mid August, early August. Okay. Early August. Very nice. So we wish Radhitha all the very best for her academics. And as you may all know, and most of you must have witnessed, Radhitha is a very wonderful Kirtaniya. She can also play wonderful Mridangam also. She's good in her studies, and by the Lord's mercy, she could get into admission in the engineering. So I wish you all the very best, Radhitha. And thanks for taking us through this chapter 5, a short chapter. It was of 29 verses, but you took it very nicely. And the acronym that you gave made it all the more very, very clear. That was very nice and wonderful. Thanks a lot to you. So now I open the floor for some questions. Anyone has any question to ask? So please feel free to ask. Yes, Devyani. Devyani has a question to ask.
Hare Krishna, pranams. In Bhagavad Gita, in this chapter, towards the end, we learned that we have to live in the present, and we should not be worried about what outcome happens when we do our work. But in practical life, suppose I worked so hard and I got a very disappointing result. So at that time, how can I practically apply that concept we learned towards the end?
First of all, we know that everything is temporary. So we are not supposed to be very disappointed, because whatever happens for good. The Lord has destined this for us. We are supposed to accept whatever He has given to us. So that is how you can take it. But I'm not very sure if that is the correct explanation. If anyone wants to add, they can add. But if something like that happens to me in the starting, I will be very sad, but after later on I will accept it, that maybe this happened because the Lord desired, and this is maybe because of my previous karma. So that is how I think about it. Anyone can add, any senior devotees can add.
Anybody wants to answer this question of Devyani? Okay, fine. Let me answer. Radhitha is also correct in one sense, but just to make it more clear, just now we understood. See, we all have some kind of desires, which from our perspective, we think that if that is fulfilled, then we are happy. Correct, Devyani? This is all our
Yes,
desire,
Mataji.
right? It is all our desire. And when the moment things happen the way we desire, then we are very happy, we are elated. And if things doesn't go the way we have desired, then we feel distressed or we feel discouraged. Correct, Devyani? Yes?
Yes, Mataji.
And now your point is, how do I still maintain my cool? That's your question,
Yes,
Devyani?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yeah. So first and foremost thing, our thoughts is very, very sankuchita, very, very narrow. We think only of the short-term benefits, but Krishna takes care of our long-term benefits. That's why it is Shreya. What we do, what we aspire for is prayers. There is a difference between prayers and Shreyas. So Krishna is always thinking our long-term benefit. So when you have the complete full faith that whatever happens is for my good, though I may not be able to succeed or as per my perception or as per my desire or as per my what to say expectation, things did not go the way it should be going. But still we should understand we do not think big. We do not know. So that is the reason. So we feel discouraged. But we should understand when you have the complete implicit faith, like just now Radhita mentioned, that Krishna is my ultimate well-wisher. Whatever happens is for my good. When you have this kind of implicit faith in Krishna, then automatically you will not feel distressed. There is no question of success or failure. And there is no necessity that whatever we do, that should culminate into some result. No, the efforts itself is a success. That is what we have to understand. Many times we think of the result. No, result is not the one which we need to aspire for. The endeavor we go through, because in the process we evolve, correct? That is a true success. Whether it is happening or not happening is immaterial. That is all secondary. Like you try hard for your engineering entrance. You did your part. Maybe you thought I want to go to NIT, or maybe you did not get you wanted to go for IIT, but you just landed up in some BTech or something. So Krishna sees the efforts. In fact, in the process you've evolved, correct, Devyani? So that is what matters.
Yes, Mataji.
Final result. So we should all, that's why many times children undergo a lot of serious depression. They go into depression. Why? Because they always feel that I should become successful. They feel the measure of, that is a measure of success, but it is completely incorrect. That is not a measure of success. Measure of success is how much you evolve internally. Externally, somebody may get, may not get, but that is not the way to measure our success. Does it help you, Devyani?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So no need to be bogged down with what you get, don't get. Somebody may compare, somebody may say something, but that should not that should not cause you any kind of distress, nor should it agitate you. Okay, beta, nor should it lower your confidence. Not at all required. Each one is unique, and Krishna
Okay, Mataji.
awards them accordingly. Okay, beta?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Radhitha.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else has anything to ask before we proceed with some? I want if anybody could give some wonderful, encouraging words for Radhita. Keshri Mata. Yeah, Tulsi Gopi. Yes, go ahead, Tulsi Gopi.
Hare Krishna, Radhita. Very nice class. It was very crisp, to the point, section wise, and the flow was very good. There was continuity in the presentation, and I personally like the point of knowing the three doers, and we need to know that ultimately Krishna is the cause, and we should not get agitated. And also the peace formula, we need to acknowledge that Krishna is our eternal well-wisher, and also know that he is residing within everyone. So we need to treat everyone respectfully and as the part and parcel of Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
I want to thank you also for guiding me and teaching me many things. I had doubts and I was disturbing you, but thank you so much for explaining and yeah, explaining very easily.
Thank you. That's very nice to know. Tulsi Gopi, thank you. Thanks, Radhitha. Yes, Keshri Mata, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji pranams. Hare Krishna to all the wonderful children. Hari Bol. Very nice. It's a very crisp and short chapter. And one thing I was just wondering, the Sambandha and the Prayojana is common for all the children who are presenting. But the Abhideya means the style they present, no? It's too good actually. The way you present, the way Tulsi has presented, the way Sri Lakshmi has presented, and the way the Madhava presented and Hasini presented, everyone has a unique style. I really liked it. And I mean, I personally was touched by that, the style you all present, the way you all put up each point. It really gives immense happiness. And I'm very happy about it. And this chapter is very hope-giving chapter. The peace formula. And you all kept it so crisp, no? It's very easy to understand. Even a basic child who just do not know about Bhagavad Gita will easily grasp it. That is how a teacher has to be. And I'm very happy about it. Everyone is just focused to the point, nothing too much. They are going beyond the content, sticking to the point. Even yesterday, Madhava's this thing also, I really liked. He directly shooting at the bush. He's not going here and there. That's really appreciative, actually. And I appreciate the friendship you all have. May Krishna bless you all. May this friendship last everlasting. And, you all progress spiritually together. There's a very unique bond and very nice with it. Very nice. Very good. Pronouns. And best of luck for the rest of the two children. I'm eagerly waiting for the next sessions. Very good. Pronouns.
Thank you, Keshri Mata. Thanks for encouraging words and your blessings. Thank you. Anybody else would like to say something? Anybody has anything to say? Okay, fine. If you don't have, then Radhitha, you have prepared a quiz.
Yes, Mataji.
You can post it.
No,
The Google form, is it a Google?
Yes, Mataji, Google form.
So you can all do this quiz, and as and when you do, once it is done, you can leave. But before you that, Radhitha, please do the closing, the Vaishnava Pranam, so that if somebody is leaving, then yeah, it's better you do the I think she lost her contact. Radhitha lost. I missed her. Yeah. Radhitha?
Sorry, Mataji, I got disconnected.
Yeah. Can you please do the Vaishnava Pranam better?
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Very well. So you can all do the Google, the quiz what she has sent. Yes. And thanks to all of you for joining the session today. And we are going to have, today is the 5th chapter that we have done. Saturday and Sunday we do not have the session. So we will be meeting again on Monday for the 6th chapter with Devyani. So she'll be taking us to the 6th chapter. So I request all of you to kindly be present for the session and encourage the children, and also profusely give them blessings. That is what they require, and they have all come forward to give such wonderful gist of the entire chapter. And this being the Chaturmasya, it's all the more very auspicious to learn this wonderful science given by Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, thanks to all of you, and thanks Radhitha once again, and have a great day, great week, and we meet on Monday, same time, same link. Hare Krishna. See you all. So I will stop the recording and the session here today.